Dark and early. It is 2:30 in the morning. Why are you awake? The only thing I could think of is if you're awake at this hour, it's because you are heading to the launch or at least following the launch. I'm first morning meteorologist Eric Burris. We are going to bring you live team coverage all morning long from inside and just outside the weather lab. You can see over top on the left there, that's a shot of ARTEMIS 1. SLS. It is on the stand. It is ready to go. Now, while you were sleeping, just to rehash where we are, there was a little bit of a weather delay. There was some rain offshore, and you can see it there in the bottom right corner of your screen. That rain had some lightning in it and unfortunately pushed back tanking. Now, as we understand, all officials still targeting a T plus 0 time of 8:33 a.m., which means that at least for now we have not pushed back the launch itself. That said, though, of course, we'll have to see how things go. Several milestones here in fairly quick succession. We have started the oxygen fast fill and the liquid hydrogen fill. So for right now, things are continuing to run very, very smoothly. I've got the radar in the corner. I also have the satellite in the corner. I do want to make sure, though, that we cover all of our weather bases. So let's take a moment and let's chat about what's going on, at least where we're standing. This is our weather station live data from the weather lab itself. We're reading 78, not much wind. It's a humid one outside, but at least the weather for now isn't looking too bad. Here's a look at live radar, and you can see there are pockets of heavy rain sitting just off the shoreline there of Melbourne Beach. And for now, that is the next kind of area of concern that we're watching. But the good news is it doesn't look to be too bad. Cindy says, I'm awake, yawn. Yep, I will back that up. Jenny, I'm awake. Cece, good morning. Frank, rise and shine. Good morning to you, bud. Looks like quite a few people are awake and watching. I know. I never thought that it would be 2:30 in the morning and I've got hundreds of people watching a live broadcast. But you put a big rocket and that's the way it is. John says, light this candle. Good morning, my friend. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So how do we look? All right, so let's talk about the official forecast. The official forecast for now is calling for favorable weather. 80% chance of favorable weather at launch time. Right now, we've got those showers, we've got the clouds, but I do want to point out they're targeting a T plus 0 point or a launch time of 8:33 in the morning. There is thankfully a 2-hour window. However, the weather progressively gets worse later in that launch window. Goes down to a 60% chance of good weather later in the window. So hopefully we'll be able to get this going. Yeah. John says night shifter, indeed. Sean, good morning to you. Blessings from Claremont. Giddy up. All right, so let's do this. Let's take a look. What I've done is I've taken our FutureCast model and I've zoomed it in. Okay, we're launching this rocket from launch. It's weird. I'm going to be in such a habit of saying Launch Complex 39A because that's the SpaceX pad. That's where we've been launching so many rockets here recently. But the further northmost pad, Launch Complex 39B, that's the pad that we're launching this one from, okay? So let's do this. Let's play FutureCast, brand new model data through time. And notice 6, 7, 8 o'clock, that rain is fading. 8:30, that is the targeted launch time. And at least according to FutureCast, we're good. Now, there's going to be some clouds in the area, and obviously clouds are going to be a concern, right? Makes perfect sense. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me just show you. This is a live look from the weather lab and our onboard camera here, okay? So based on that, you can see it has been raining in our location. Now, flight through precipitation is one of those weather constraints that they cannot do. So there is certainly a concern when it comes to rain. But if you follow the FutureCast data, right? If you follow the FutureCast data, I think we're going to be doing okay. that certainly is one of those elements that we're going to be watching. Let's widen the perspective out and take a look at that launch window. There's 8:30 according to Futurecast on a bit of a wider perspective, and you can see maybe a sprinkle or two. It's going to be one of those have to watch in that moment to see. But right now we are 5 hours, 27 minutes, 28 seconds until T+0. Hopefully we're going to be doing just fine. Charles is asking, are they going to launch the rocket? I hope so. It'd be an awful thing to not see this thing go up today. And by the way, what you're looking at is just various shots of SLS, and it's not just for us to monitor. Of course, the NASA ground crews, the NASA mission control crews are monitoring all these cameras as well, so that they have a good handle, certainly, on what's going on. I can see it from outside my home. So excited. Very cool. Rhonda says, so exciting for you today. Thank you very much. All right, so that's the update at 2:37. Just a reminder, WESH 2 News Sunrise goes on the air live at 4 a.m. I'm going to be in this seat at 4 a.m. because we're going to be caravanning onto the base at that point, so I won't be to my position yet. But we'll be tracking all the elements of the weather. We'll be tracking all the elements of this launch. And we're even going to be speaking with a launch weather officer once we get out on base to discuss how things are looking, what they look for, what their concerns are. So there's a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. 4 a.m. we go on the air, and I will have social media updates for you throughout the morning, all right? In the meantime, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'll see you guys on TV.